So let's talk about conducting a literature search on a topic. For purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use charismatic leadership, and we'll go through the process of conducting a literature search in many different ways. So we've talked about conducting a literature search on Google Scholar. There are also many other ways of conducting a search, and today we'll talk specifically about conducting different types of searches on the Hood Library, as well as some other ways in which to access articles. So first, let's start with a Google Scholar search. Make sure you're going to scholar.google.com, which is different, as you know, from a simple Google search. So go to Google Scholar. Oh gosh, sorry. Go to Google Scholar and type in charismatic leadership. Now, because this is two words, if you run a search like this, it'll offer you, in addition to charismatic leadership, anything which has the words charismatic, as well as anything that has the word leadership in it. So we want to be a little bit more specific, and so we're going to put quotes and say charismatic leadership in quotes, because we only want something that has both the words in it. Now make sure you spell it correctly. There you go. Charismatic leadership. All right. So we're going to do a quick evaluation of some of these articles that came up through a Google Scholar search. Now, the good news is that it brings up articles from encyclopedias, handbooks, and so on. I would encourage you, if you are able to access anything from an encyclopedia or a handbook or a book that is written by a seminal author, please access it and read it, because it'll provide you information to fine-tune your search. Okay, so please read it. However, for purposes of today's literature search, we are going to be focusing on finding peer-reviewed journal articles. Okay, so for that reason, today we are going to only identify articles that are in peer-reviewed journals. So as you can see, this article here is in the Leadership Quarterly, and we have discussed how this is a very important leadership journal, one of the top-rated leadership journals. So we know immediately by looking at this that this is a top quality article. It's called Personality and Charismatic Leadership by Robert House and his colleague. On the side, you see that there is a PDF available. Sometimes a PDF is available through some source and Google Scholar is able to make it available for you. So this is the first step through which you can access an article directly through Google Scholar. So if you go click here, Google Scholar has made it easy for you to access this article directly. So we are clicking on that. It goes through a process of verifying that you're a human. It just doesn't want a robot to be downloading articles. That's the reason they do that. So now you are here directly on Science Direct. Gives you one more level of verification. And there you are. So now you have this article on personality and charismatic leadership directly from Google Scholar without having to go to the Hood College website or any other source to access the article, right? So you have all of this. We will come back to this particular article on personality and charismatic leadership in a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it so that we can talk about this article in detail later.